I'm Hirona YAMAGISHI. I would like to tell you about my project, sunscreen. First of all, I would like to ask you a question. Have you ever used sunscreen before? Me? Of course, yes. I use it every summer in order to keep my skin white. Sunscreen protects our body from ultraviolet wave, UV. If UV is applied to skin, skin turns black. It means that skin gets sunburned. On the other hand, some say it is not necessary to use sunscreen because they do not mind to get sunburned. Which is better, using sunscreen or not? So, I would like to discuss if sunscreen is good for us or not. I separated my project into 4 parts: reaction of skin, reaction of sunscreen, risk of skin cancer, and problem of sunscreen. First topic is reaction of skin. When UV is applied to skin, 4 reactions are caused. Please look at this figure. This figure shows the structure of skin. And this side is the surface of skin. As a first layer, here, keratin made by dead cells reflect and refract UV to block UV going through the inside. Then, melanin pigments absorb UV. This is melanin pigment. And melanin pigment is a black chemical. And skin turns black by pigmentation of melanin. Melanin is made by melanocytes here when UV is applied. This is the third reaction. Without these 3 reactions, UV causes damage to genes. Genes are included by deoxyribonucleic acid, DNA, in the nucleus of dividing cell. DNA is in each cell and decides the function of cells. If DNA is damaged, the cell changes the function and damages other cells. It means that skin cancer is caused. Even if these 3 reactions are done, UV is achieved to dividing cell. This is dividing cell. So it is not possible to prevent becoming cancer perfectly. If a person gets sunburned a little, the damage is repaired by self-defense, like this. However, if he or she is applied much amount of UV, it is not possible to repair the part enough, so the part becomes skin cancer. UV also causes immune weak, so it promotes to have cancer easily. Sunburn is one of self-defense mechanisms, but it cannot prevent becoming cancer perfectly. So it is necessary to use sunscreen. Second topic is reaction of sunscreen. The main chemical in sunscreen is titanium dioxide. This chemical is one of photocatalysts. They are defined it that they promote reactions when the electromagnetic wave, including UV, is applied. But they do not change the after reactions. Photocatalysts are powerful oxidation agent. Oxidation agent means promoting chemical to have oxygen. So, titanium dioxide promotes the composition of organic materials when UV is applied. Some might say such a chemical may have toxicity. for the human body because titanium dioxide is one of the chemicals which are not made in human body. Some researchers experienced about toxicity of titanium dioxide, and it is said toxicity has not been accurate yet. Also, some might concern about active oxygen. This is active oxygen. It damages DNA like UV. Active oxygen is made by the process of oxidation, this reaction. However, skin is covered by sweat. So active oxygen cannot move long distance. It means active oxygen cannot affect the human body. In addition, skin absorbs oils and fat. But titanium dioxide and active oxygen are not. So titanium dioxide and active oxygen cannot go through inside of the skin and affect the human body. Some are still concerning about toxicity of titanium dioxide. But it is not possible to show the chemical do not have any toxicity. So we can use titanium dioxide as sunscreen. Third topic is risk of skin cancer. It is said children are affected by UV rather than adults. In addition, people who are 18 years old are already exposed to the half quantity of UV, which they are exposed to UV in their life. If they wear sunscreen, their risks of having skin cancer become 1/5. It means sunscreen is effective to prevent skin cancer. Last topic is problem of sunscreen. You may consider that UV is harmful wave, but UV is not only damaging DNA, but also making vitamin D. Vitamin D is necessary for keeping body health. Vitamin D includes 6 kinds, and vitamin D2, this one, and vitamin D3, this one are more active than the others. Vitamin D is made by these chemicals by applying UV. If people do not have vitamin D enough, they might have rickets. Rickets is a disease of softening bones. So we need vitamin D. But wearing sunscreen can block off UV and stop making vitamin D. Actually, the amount of UV is not constant in the earth. Please watch this video.
One of the wonderful things that NASA does is it puts up a variety of satellites that detect all sorts of interesting things about our environment. And for many decades now, there have been a series of TOMS satellites that have collected data about radiation at the Earth's surface. The TOMS 7 satellite data, shown here, show the annual average ultraviolet radiation at the Earth's surface. Now, the really hot pink and red areas are those parts of the world that receive the highest amounts of UV during the year. The incrementally cooler colors, blues, greens, yellows, and finally grays, indicate areas of much lower ultraviolet radiation. What's significant to the story of human skin pigmentation is just how much of the northern hemisphere is in these cool gray zones. This has tremendous...
Okay, this video said the polar region is not applied to UV enough. Actually, people living in polar region do not have make vitamin D enough to live healthy. So, what do they do? In the fact, they have supplements of vitamin D or foods from vitamin D from foods such as fish or mushroom. So the problem of making vitamin D is solved by getting it from out of the body. In conclusion, it is strongly recommended to wear sunscreen in order to prevent skin cancer, but it blocks to make vitamin D in the body. However, we can get vitamin D out of the body from supplements or foods. So it is good to use sunscreen with having vitamin D out of the body. Thank you for listening.